Praise the Lord, everybody. Pastor Nick here. Continuing through Psalm 23. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow me on my YouTube page and Instagram, and just share this information. Get it out there to help somebody else out. We hope it's helping you too. We've been talking about the Lord is my shepherd, shall not want. This shepherd, this word shepherd in the Hebrew means so many things. We talked about it means ruler, a teacher, a guide, disciplinarian, a provider, a seer, one to be trusted. It's something we alluded to in one of the previous videos that I love. This shepherd also is a companion, a friend, someone that we're in intimate relationship with. Jesus says, I no longer call you servants, I call you friend. There's a friendship relationship that we have with God. And he says we're friends because now I tell you things. Because friends converse with each other. We tell him things and God speaks to us through his word. Because a part of this walk with God is companionship, which means you are never by yourself. You are never alone. You may feel lonely, but you're never alone because you have the walk of the shepherd with you. You have the shepherd with you everywhere that you are. He is a companion. He is a friend to the friendless. And this companionship and this friendship produces intimacy. And in intimacy, there's revealing. I share more about me with him, and he begins to share more with me. As we begin to, what Psalm talk about? Psalms talks about how as we worship him, as we fear him, as we reverence him, he starts to share his covenant with us. He reveals his covenant with us. So intimacy produces revelation. The more intimate I am with him, the more I start to see in the word of God. The more intimate I am with him, the more I'm aware of his voice. God desires intimacy. He desires closeness and friendship. He desires to keep company with us, to have relationship with us. Because why? A part of the shepherd's job is to tend to the flock. Watch this. To pay attention to the needs of the flock. Intimacy. A part of his intimacy is paying attention to the needs of the flock, to know what the flock needs and lead them to provision to help that need to be fulfilled. So intimacy and companionship requires the shepherd not only be close to us, but know us intimately, but then us to know our shepherd intimately and to trust him in everything, that he will meet a need. So exposure is a part of the walk with the shepherd. I expose myself to him, and he exposes himself to me. And he exposes me to a life that he can give me as I follow the shepherd. Because again, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Because here's the thing, y'all. A part of intimacy is not being selfish. The shepherd isn't selfish. His whole life is tending to the sheep. And the shepherd in turn wants the sheep to not be selfish and to think about the shepherd also. To recognize that the shepherd provides and the shepherd gets pleasure out of us following. The shepherd sees our intimacy and our closeness as we follow him up close, where we're not consumed by our own desires to eat and to go astray, but we're consumed with the presence of the shepherd. The shepherd is consumed with us, and he wants us to be consumed with him. He is jealous for us, and he wants us to be the same way with him. He wanted to be so close to us that he sent his son, that Jesus came to be close to us so we can be close to him. The shepherd is calling us into intimacy and closeness, companionship and friendship, where he tends to the flock and we tend to the shepherd, where he ministers to us and we minister to him. And the shepherd gains pleasure the closer we get to him, where I want to be in his presence, because he also wants to be in our presence. He didn't want to be God without us, and we shouldn't want to be us without him. Because after all, we are because he is. God bless you. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be back with some more on Psalm 23. God bless you. See you later.